Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we will make a short-term price prediction for Nvidia stock. I am a swing investor, and I will not consider the stock price changes of a stock in a month. This channel only makes short-term predictions for stock prices, usually 1 to 3 weeks. Welcome to subscribe to this channel. The stock was not dragged down by the sharp drop in Intel's stock on Friday, but rose further. In the semiconductor sector, the stock performed one of the best stocks on Friday. But the current price of the stock has hit a key resistance level again. The trading volume of the stock on Friday was higher than the previous trading day, which means that as the stock price rises further, a lot of money flows into the market, and it seems that a lot of money flows out of the market. So will this cause the stock to experience a correction at the current price level? I think it is possible. From the 30-minute chart of the stock, we can see that the stock released a lot of transactions when the stock price was low on April 4th and 7th, and there should be long capital intervention here. On April 8th and 9th, a large amount of funds entered the market again to take over the chips at a low level, but it seemed that a large amount of chips were sold again when the stock price was high, and some funds flowed out of the market and caused the stock price to experience a second wave of correction. Next, there is a key position for the stock, which is the $102 level. A large amount of chips were sold in the morning trading of April 17th and 21st, but then the stock price rebounded again, indicating that these chips were eaten up by the bulls. If a large amount of funds flowed out of the market when the stock price was high on April 25th and caused the stock price to pull back next week, then the stock should not fall below the $102 level. But if the stock price falls below this position, then we can consider whether the stock has entered a downward trend. But I think this possibility is unlikely. Let's take a look at the weekly chart of the stock. In early April, the stock bottomed out sharply, causing the stock price to deviate significantly from the downward channel. A large amount of long capital entered the market to buy the bottom and promoted the rebound of the stock price. In the past week, the stock has deeply corrected again and then rebounded. This shows that the long capital that entered the market at a low level has not yet exited the market. This has caused the stock to form 2 bullish candles wrapped in 2 bearish candles, which is a positive price distribution pattern. As mentioned earlier, $102 is a key reference position. If the stock price falls below this position, the solidity of the bottom created by the stock in April will be loosened. Although the bullish force of the stock may still block the shorts again in the area below $102, technically, the bulls will be passive. It is worth noting that the stock did not generate much trading volume last week, which is a positive sign. This shows that not much funds flowed out of the market when the stock price was high in April, so there seems to be a lot of long capital in the low area of the market that has not yet exited the market. This means that even if the stock price falls again, there is a high possibility that the bulls will successfully block the shorts in the area above $102. Let's take a look at the position distribution data of the stock. We can see that the stock has a large number of positions distributed in the area of $102 to $114.20. And the current price of the stock is at the upper part of this area. This shows that the stock is still supported by bullish forces, but the current stock price is already in a pressure zone. A large number of transactions were generated when the stock price was high during Friday's intraday trading, indicating that the stock has felt a certain amount of selling pressure at its current position. Is it possible for the stock to rise further before a pullback? I think it is possible, but the upside is not large. If the market sell-off is severe, it seems inevitable that the stock will pull back again. But we also see that the stock still has a large number of positions distributed in the $102 to $86.80 area, and the position volume in this area has not decreased significantly in the past 2 days. This shows that the chips sold in the market on Friday mainly came from the selling of locked-in capital, but this is seen as a positive sign. Let's take a look at the analyst ratings of the stock. According to the stock ratings of 42 analysts for Nvidia in the past 3 months, Its comprehensive rating is strong buy, of which buy ratings account for as high as 88.1%. Obviously, Wall Street analysts unanimously believe that the stock is currently undervalued. The average price target of these analysts for the stock is $170, with a minimum price target of $120 and a maximum price target of $220. Based on this set of data, the stock seems to have a lot of potential upside. Of course, this is a price forecast for the next 12 months, which may not be reached in the short term. In addition, there is still a lot of uncertainty in the future stock market due to the impact of tariffs, but based on the impact of tariffs on the market, the worst seems to be over. Let's go back to the daily chart of the stock. Based on the above analysis, I think the stock's uptrend is not over yet. Even if the stock price pulls back, it is expected that it is unlikely to fall below the $102 level. Then the stock will rebound again, and the target price may be at $122.50. Will the stock rise further based on this price? I think it is possible, but there are two things that will affect the price trend of the stock. The first is tariffs. If the United States reaches a trade agreement with other countries in the next few weeks, the stock may rise to more than $130. The second is the earnings report. Recently, many big companies have announced their first quarter earnings, but some companies' first quarter performance is lower than expected, which may cause their company's stock price to fall sharply and may have a certain impact on the entire industry or market, at least in terms of sentiment, which may affect some investors, which may also slow down the rise of Nvidia stock and vice versa. Okay, guys, this is my price prediction for Nvidia stock. Thank you for watching. If you agree with my analysis, please share and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.